be all green in celebration of their St. Patrick's Day.
It is. It's St. Patrick's Day a week ago,
Oh,
so we're green. That's why Andrew made everything green because St. Patrick's Day was the other day.
why
I
didn't you
think.
make it pink?
Why didn't you make it pink, Andrew? He's ignoring me.
Is he snoring you?
He's snoring.
He's all pissed. 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 I'm mad.
Oh, hey, what's going on, everybody in Talking Beards world? We're back for another exciting adventure in Talking Beards or something like that. What's up? So this is episode number 160 of the live show. This is going to be episode number 237 of the podcast. Tonight we have Michael Hulvey from the Wicked Whiskers Facial Hair Club. He's going to talk all about the Whisker Roundup. That's going to be in Leadington, Missouri on April 2nd. So we're going to dive in, find out everything all about that exciting event that is happening. I'm Aaron D. Johnston, and I'm on this side of the screen. And you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and all those good places at Aaron D. Johnston. Go ahead, Scott.
And I am Scott Decora, at Scott Decora on all social media, as you can see. And that's why you guys are here, to get information from us about what is going on out in the community. So Aaron and I were kind of talking about, like, right before the show, about how he was approached by some people who
mugged me.
Bugged you?
Mugged.
You got mugged.
I didn't, but sounded like a good story we could have went with.
Oh,
but anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. No, about how they appreciated the podcast and the show because they learned all about the event, and they got all the information about the event, and it's like, well, that's the whole point of it. That's why we do this show, so people can learn about all the different events that are going on out in the community. And if by some chance you happen to live close by, you can go check out these events and, fortunately get the information here, or go to talkingbeards.com. You can subscribe to the podcast over there and, just learn all about the community and all the different things that are going on.
Yeah. So one thing I did, and reminds me, we should probably do it again for the Sin City comp, but Scott cuts the interview out of the podcast of the live show and then turns it into podcast in separate forms, the podcast and then the interview part. And I posted the interview part for the Jacksonville competition, the First Coast Villains, and I posted in the event page. And I had 2 or 3 people come up to me and at the event was like, I really appreciated your podcast because, I just turned it on and I listened to it for 20 minutes or whatever, and I learned everything I needed to know about the event. And I was like, that's exactly why we do this. So people are actually listening to it, and that I feel like that's important for everybody to learn what they can about each event, and that's the point of this show. So people are getting the point of the show, so that's good.
Even Wendy Roses, can you believe that? Wendy Rose, a beardsmith barber, who is watching the show tonight.
What is up, Wendy Rose?
Hello, I'm a beardsmith barber.
So she only cuts people with the last name of Smith. There's still a bunch of people with the last name of Smith, but that's pretty, that's narrowing up your market a little bit. You could just cut everybody's beards, probably.
Yeah, you could probably do that. But thank you, Wendy, for
what's up, Wendy?
sharing our show with everyone.
Yeah, thank you. So so like I said, we're gonna talk about the Leadington Missouri competition tonight. So what's up, Scott Sykora? What did you do this weekend? Anything exciting in the wide world of Scott C. Sykora?
Well, yeah. In fact, one thing that I did that I didn't tell you about.
Oh my gosh, this is breaking news to me.
Breaking news. So anyways, I was like really bored on Friday night, and I'm like, I wonder what I could do. So I got online and I was just kind of surfing on the internet.
On the line.
What?
It's on the line,
Oh, I
right?
was surfing on the line,
There you go.
and I decided I was going to go to honestamish.com, and like I was going to like I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm going to try some stuff. I mean, I've tried everything there, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to get some heavy grit beard balm this time.
Okay.
So I'm like, I'm getting it in the cart, and I'm like, man, I wonder how I could save some money today. And I'm
And
like,
you're just like, maybe I could type in talking beards and I could save 15%, right?
that's exactly.
So smart. And
Yeah.
it worked.
But then you were like, but Scott.
I knew that was coming. Stupid picture.
It's gonna always come. So, but yeah, no, all kidding aside, if you go over to honestamish.com and use the promo code Talking Beards, you will get 15% off your order. And if you order more than $35, free shipping.
That's it. Yeah, free shipping within the continental United States. You get free shipping over $35.
Yeah.
So besides ordering Honest Amish online this weekend, what else did you do? It is gritty, Jeff. It's gritty.
Yeah.
It's
Yes, it is. We went into downtown Austin. We went to go check out the last night of South by Southwest. Went and checked out a bunch of bands. Nothing too particularly good.
Oh, but did you go see the Spits? I heard they were in Austin.
Oh my God, they were so good.
Oh my gosh, they're my favorite band from I think Detroit or something. Buffalo.
I'm sure if they're from Detroit, I'm sure they're friends with Brad.
They said they were. They were like, we know Brad Paternick.
We know Brad.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, we checked out some bands. Nothing really jumped out as being anything unique, good, or like interesting. Everyone sounded the same, had out of tune guitars.
You're really selling this.
Well, I mean, when there's 10,000 bands playing throughout the city and they're playing multiple times during the weekend, it's really hard to find unique bands that have a unique sound that don't it's just really tough, I mean, and
a lot of people really look forward to South by Southwest, and you're not the right demographic. Maybe that's it. Maybe you're too old.
I don't know if it's too old or I'm just too jaded by the music industry for all the years that I was involved in it and all the bands that
Andrew hopes that the Spits are watching the show. Did you know they have 11,000 Instagram followers?
And they're all pissed.
They're pissed that they weren't at South by Southwest watching it with you. But you also found out during our pre-show that you were less than 2 miles away from a shooting at South by Southwest, and you didn't even know about it, but we knew about it in South Carolina.
Yeah, I didn't know about it. And then there was tornadoes in Austin yesterday, like right down the street, one of them. And the other one is, I am a music snob. Yep. I am.
He is a music snob. He only likes bands with quadruple bass pedals and screaming ass lead singers that you can't understand. That's Scott's music, right?
That's part of what I like.
That's what I've heard when I've rode with you.
Yeah,
we should really start our new band with Patrick Dawson being the bassist, you the drummer, and me playing the triangle.
What about Brian Nelson? He plays bass too. He could be.
They could have two basses. That'd be weird.
You could have two bass players.
Okay.
One of them can play distorted bass, so it's like,
or the upright bass, like the big one.
Yeah.
Bloom, bloom, bloom. Anyway, so
they could slap at the bass.
Slap at the bass. So Scott had an extremely good weekend at South by Southwest, and he watched some amazing bands that he just can't get over, and he's downloaded all the Spits albums, and he's a huge fan now.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see. So my weekend was pretty crazy. We were supposed to do this and go see this beauty at track in Atlanta. But we were driving towards Atlanta on Friday, and it was just a complete monsoon the whole time while we were driving there. We got about an hour outside of Atlanta, and the team texted me and said that they canceled practice. Therefore, the team would not be able to qualify. So we turned around and went home, regrouped, packed the car, and drove to Jacksonville. So we ended up in Jacksonville Saturday. Friday, we were almost to Atlanta, and then we ended up in Jacksonville on Saturday for the First Coast Villains Comp there in Jacksonville, and it was a lot of fun. Met a lot of really cool people, and like you said, a couple of people came up to us and really appreciated the podcast going to the event page. So that's something we should probably do every time. I forgot to do it for Sin City.
Okay, now just to kind of interrupt your story here because it is relevant to what happened this weekend. So yeah, I did spend a lot of time this weekend working on these videos as well. So if you guys go over to our YouTube page currently, you can see all the different shows that are on the network.
Mm-hmm.
But we have currently right there our live
we're if you click that, you'd see us doing this right now.
I know, it'd be so weird. But as you can see here, we have the episode we have Dylan Bassett. I cut his interview out. So if you just want to watch the Dylan Bassett interview, you can go over to YouTube. It's only 7 minutes, 31 seconds long. You can find all about that. If you want to go check out with Patrick Dawson, that one's 41 minutes. So it's the whole interview with him. And here we go. There's the First Coast Villains. Jason Avery talks about the competition that Aaron went to. So that was just the interview itself. It didn't have any of this garbage that we do at the beginning of the show or the end of the show. It was just straight the interview.
Just the meat and potatoes.
That's right. So if you guys are just interested in the meat and the potatoes and it's about a certain event that you guys want to learn about, you can go over to the YouTube page, go over there, like, smash, subscribe, whatever you guys do over there on the YouTubes. And just check the videos out there. There, like I said, there's no BS at the beginning or the end. It's just a straight up interview. So
straight up interview. Yeah. Everybody go over there and do the YouTube stuff. I don't know.
Do it.
Like, subscribe. There's a bell. You're supposed to smash it, I think.
You're supposed to ring it.
Ring that bell. So yeah, check out our YouTube. But that was our weekend. It was pretty hectic, but we ended up back home, and now after the show tonight, we're gonna be driving to Pahrump, Nevada. So that's pretty good.
That sounds like there's something cool going on there. We'll talk a little bit more about that later.
Probably. So yeah, you ready to bring our guest in?
We have a guest tonight? Who's our guest?
We have Michael Hulvey from the Wicked Whiskers Facial Hair Club. They're going to be putting on their event this upcoming weekend, April 2nd. So not this weekend, but the following weekend. So we're going to learn everything there is to learn about that event. And here's Michael Hulvey. What's going on, sir?
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Hi.
Magic of the internet.
I'm telling you, I feel like I've been just magically brought to your broadcast studio.
You did. You're magically here. So how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing excellent, guys. How about you guys?
Can't complain.
First off, I got to say, man, that is an excellent looking NASCAR.
Yeah, dude, look at this thing.
I know. If you ask me, the hood just makes the car, though.
It does.
It had to have brought, 4 or 5 extra 100 horsepower to that car?
I think it was like 732,000 extra horsepower. It
Nice.
was actually, it made it illegal. That's why he couldn't run it in Atlanta. They said it was too fast.
Too many horses. They brought all the Amish's horses and put them under the hood.
All the Amish from around the country put all their horses under that hood, and
that's a lot of horsepower.
Super fast. So
we're
looking forward
honest.
honest. Yeah, we're looking forward to watching that car run in Richmond. But that goes with what I talked to you about earlier. Richmond race and the Wicked Whiskers competition is the same weekend. So unfortunately, Honest Amish will not be selling at your event, but we sent out a package, and everybody first, second, and third, and the raffles, and probably enough for judges too. We'll get some Honest Amish, so we'll still be represented at your event. But
love it, definitely.
Unfortunately, I can't be in 2 places at the same time.
That's all right. I mean, come on, guys. You've put all that effort into that NASCAR. Get it there. I would actually be upset if you chose us over NASCAR.
See, that's the same thing that the First Coast Villains said. Word for word is what they said. They would be disappointed if we chose to go to their event instead of the NASCAR race. And then, maybe it'll work out. Maybe it'll rain in Richmond. We'll end up at your event. Who knows?
Hey, I mean, you guys are more than welcome. I mean, Hopefully we get, more than the 5 judges and the 1 MC to show up. But, hey, if we don't, we'll just judge them guys.
That's right. I mean, that's 6 people. That's plenty.
That's more than enough.
I've been to beard competitions with 6 people before. It's doable.
Oh, yeah.
So real
yes,
quick before we get into this, behind you, I'm assuming are all of your different, well, I mean, of course, on your wall, all your different awards that you've got, but right behind you are all your
all the lanyards.
Yeah,
Those
all
are
your
cool.
That is, how many do you think you have there?
Just on this wall, there's probably just for me over 30. And then I got more on another shelf.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
So how long you been doing this?
Since 2017.
Oh, wow.
So, when I first came on to the scene, I hit everyone I could find. I had like a 10-hour radius. If it was 10 hours, we're going. So, when COVID hit, we pretty much shut down.
Yeah, most people did.
I mean, the impact that it took. Thank God that the online comps came in. But we were used to hopping in the car every other weekend and going somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like you, Aaron. Sounds like. Did you rip him off, Aaron?
He did. I think I influenced her just a little bit.
I was like, I want to be just like Michael Wayne Hulvey when I grow up.
Yep. Well, I don't know how many comps you got under your belt, Aaron.
I quit counting. It's definitely over 100.
Exactly. So
sure.
I'm kind of striving for that 100, but those are just. I think there's 2 judges out of that. I know there's a lot more judging spots that I've done, but just hanging up there, yes. I like to think of myself as a professional lanyard collector.
A professional lanyard? I mean, you got to collect something. You got to be a professional at something. There you go.
Hell, I can't collect trophies, so I might as well,
I mean, collect the lanyard from the event.
That's exactly right. Exactly right. So, yeah, we're going to do our very first comp that we've actually put on for Wicked Whiskers. April 2nd, Bullpen, Leadington, Missouri. Judge-wise, we got Bill Peterson from Queen City.
Never heard of him.
I haven't either. He actually reached out and begged us, if you believe that.
I believe that.
I do believe that.
Some weird guy named Omar Schifrin from like the Bearded Monkeys.
I think I may have heard of him.
You mean Andrew Matson?
Yes, that would be Andrew Matson. Yes.
Yeah, I think they're pretty much the same person. I've never seen them in the same place at the same time. So
you threw out a good point. Me either.
Weird.
Another judge that we have is Chris Webb. He's from Rocket City Bearded Villains down in Alabama.
Okay.
Another one we have, it's from a small club down in Central Texas. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. His name's Ian Long.
I think I've heard of his wife.
Yes, Christina.
Yes,
I've heard of her,
yes.
but I've never heard of Ian.
We had actually wanted Christina, but her booking agent said she was unavailable that day.
Yeah,
that sounds about right.
She's hard to get a hold of. She's probably drinking a margarita somewhere that day.
Probably. I mean, I was told that she was not going to be able to bring her margarita machine.
So she just wasn't interested.
Right.
She's too bougie for your event anyway, I've heard.
I know. I have her a lanyard that says bougie.
And she turned it down.
She turned it down. Yep.
What a joke.
But I blame that. I really blame that on her booking agent, though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so our last judge, I don't know if you guys have heard of him. His name is Jackson Shively.
Oh my gosh, that kid's.
I heard his dad was Monty.
Did you
hear that?
Yes, I have seen that and heard that.
Yeah, Monty Mentor was Ryan Sheebley the whole time.
Yes,
who freaking knew?
Yep. So that was my the judge that I really wanted was Jackson, and I actually got to ask him in person.
Cool.
In Evansville last fall.
Yeah.
And he didn't throw anything at you?
Well, I'm not going to go that far. Ryan was like, well, why are you asking him? Why didn't you ask me? And I'm like, we wanted a celebrity.
Yeah. Sorry, Monty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think one of my last interactions with Jackson was him whipping plastic barn animals at me.
Oh my
Nice.
God.
Nice.
This Jackson guy sounds like a wild card. You better
He is. He's
It's
great.
pretty wild.
keep him reeled in.
From what I understand, he has a pretty busy schedule, so I'm lucky I got him with all the sports that he plays.
Yeah. He's playing baseball and
Baseball, basketball.
He's
a little bit of everything.
Super busy.
So
So this is your first competition, and it's with the Wicked Whiskers Facial Hair Club. You want to tell us a little bit about the Wicked Whiskers Facial Hair Club?
Well, I'm the founder. We started in about 2019 with Wicked Whiskers. Just kind of veered off from the club we were with, and just started doing a lot more local-based activities, and trying to help everybody out for charity. Once again, with COVID hitting, it was a slow go starting. So, this was actually, we had actually kind of planned this one for last year, and things just didn't work out. We didn't want to make anybody sick, so we just stretched it out and just kind of started going slow and see where we could go. We didn't even think we'd be able to put one on this year. And believe it or not, the response I've got, it's blowed up. If we get half of the people that say they're going to come, I will be stoked for the charity myself.
Yeah, I mean that's usually about pretty good. You can look at the event page and you can pretty well cut that number in half, and that's pretty good usually. So.
Exactly. So
you got a bunch of knuckleheads like me that always click go into all of them. So
I do believe some guy reached out to me by the name of Aaron Johnston, said, "Hey, what do you need? How can I help?" And, he's kind of started hitting like and send and everything, and giving me a nice kick to get things going.
Tried to help out, and then he stood you up.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's okay. That's okay.
So you got some judges. Where's this event going to be held?
It's going to be held at the Bullpen in Leadington. It's a warehouse converted bar.
Wow.
Which it's a huge venue, not quite as big as Nationals in Chicago, but it's pretty good size. When I asked them what their capacity was, they said, "How many people can you bring?"
Wow, there you go. That's pretty solid.
They did not give us a cutoff.
So you got a full on stage at this place and everything.
It's not a stage, but we do have it's almost a putting green, if you will. We'll be able to walk in easy. If the Whiskerinas do anything huge and creative, they'll be able to just roll right up. So,
can they walk?
They could, but I think it'd be funner to roll, wouldn't you?
There you go. I mean, you said it was a putting green, so I mean that should be what everyone does. Everyone should have to roll onto the stage.
Exactly. Everybody comes up with a putter. If you can get a hole in one, we might give you a 6.5.
There you go.
So I mean, it's our first one. Hopefully we do good. So
I hope so.
It's for Raising a Village. I know you and I had talked earlier, Aaron, about it. They do everything from drug and alcohol counseling for us adults down to child abuse counseling, and for children of sexual abuse cases, she will actually get in the middle of court between the child and the abuser. So there's no, what's the word I'm looking for? So the accuser can't intimidate the child, if you will.
Well, I mean, that's super good that there's someone that's able to do that, because I know that's extremely important.
Yes. And with me being a grandfather of a 4-year-old granddaughter, that was something huge. It was just like sold.
How did you get linked up with this charity?
We were looking for someone who we thought would be good. I don't want to say good enough, but what's the word I'm looking for? Thankful.
There you go.
It. And I had reached out to a couple like food pantries and stuff like that, and they didn't want to have anything. So I had actually done research, and I went in and talked to Leanne, who owns it, and said, "Hey, this is what we want to do for you. What do you think?" And that turned into a 4-hour, not an interview, but showing us everything they do for the kids and everything. So it kind of melted our heart, and we said, "Yeah, we're sold. Let's do it."
Yeah,
that's definitely the way to do it, to be able to just kind of, find someone and then go and talk to them, and then, it's got to be amazing for them to just be like, holy crap, you guys want to do this for us? And then to just sit there and give you their whole story and explain to you all the things they do and really inform you. And, hopefully that at the event, they're going to be there. I'm sure it's what the table's set up, and, everyone that comes to the event can go up and get some information from them, talk to them, learn a little bit more about what they do for the community and stuff like that. I mean, that's really awesome that you.
Right. Actually, after I got off the phone with you today, Aaron, Leanne had reached out and said, "Hey, we're at the go time. What can I do? I'm getting antsy." And I said, "Hey, let's calm down. We got all the time in the world. We still got a week."
That's only a week. That's not all the time in the world.
Yeah. No pressure, right?
No pressure. Just push the heck out of it.
But to have someone that involved, and she has an open door policy of you don't even have to call. You come anytime. You can come in, look around. She has nothing to hide, and it's just a small little place. Actually, it's right over top of the hill from the venue that we chose.
So she'll definitely be there.
Oh, yes. Yes. She better be anyways. If not, I'm going to get her.
Nah, I'm sure she will. Sounds like she's going to be pretty involved.
When we locked the venue down, I was so adamant about getting the venue that I went and sat till the owner finally came out and said, "They've told me that you are looking for me, and I've been busy. What do you need?" And I said, "I want your venue," and explained to him what we do. And he goes, "Absolutely." And I said, "But wait, there's a catch. We don't want to pay for a venue." And he's like, "Come on, bring it."
Heck yeah.
He said, actually, he's a sports bar / music. He's only been open about 9 months, but they sell the place out every weekend. I don't know if you guys had watched like national news or anything, but we recently in a town over had a police officer murdered and another one that was injured in a shooting.
Mm-hmm.
He give all of one day's proceeds to one of the officers, and then in I believe it's 2 or 3 days at the weekend, he's doing it for the other officer.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, he doesn't want a dime. That day is completely for the officers. So
sounds like a good dude, obviously.
Yeah, pretty good dude. So yeah, I appreciate you guys having me on, helping me get out. Aaron, I know that you've thrown it out there for me. I appreciate that.
Yeah, we're just trying to help you out and help out the community in any way we can. That's what we're doing. That's what we're here for.
Exactly. I mean, I think we've talked before I'll pop into a beard competition. I don't always take a first place or usually a dead last. I'm not really about the trophy. I'm just about, one, getting out there to help the charity. 2, it's a great getaway for us when we can get away.
And 3, it's about getting the lanyard.
Yeah, that's what
that's exactly
number
right.
1, getting that lanyard.
Just remember, the cooler the lanyard, the better.
There you go.
I mean, I believe Talking Beards had a competition. Online competition. Do you believe I think I have the only lanyard from that?
We have a lanyard from that?
You do now. It's hanging on my wall.
Wow. Good job. Yeah. Good job, us. We did it. We got lanyards.
Hold on now. Let me see if I can find you here.
You made a lanyard for our online event.
I did, because it was I had to put it on the wall.
That's pretty cool.
I hope you guys don't get mad for plagiarism or anything.
No, but you do have a lot of FHL ones up there, which is really cool.
I do.
So who's going to be emceeing this event?
Jeremiah Duncan from Bearded Villains, Kentucky.
Okay.
Huh.
I have been to several competitions and spoke with Jeremiah on several occasions.
Mm-hmm.
You did it.
And I was down in Alabama. And I said, "Hey,
Roll
Jeremiah,
Tide.
What?
Actual Roll Tide. That
Roll
would
Tide.
fit.
Yeah, Roll Tide." So I said, "Hey, why don't you come to our event in April?" And he said, "Well, I have to check my schedule because he gets his kids." And, I totally understand that. Family first.
Joey Rumpelstiltskin's here. Oh, my goodness.
Hi, Joey.
Hey,
Wow.
Joey.
What happened to her?
Hey, Joey, I'm only like 45 minutes from you, dear.
Yeah, dear.
Yeah, dear.
Roll Tide.
Roll
Matt
Tide.
McLear. But I asked
Good
Jeremiah
games.
when he called, he said, "Hey, I got off for your event." I said, "Would you like to MC?" And it was just not even a hesitation. So Plus, he gives out some pretty awesome hugs between him and Bill Peterson.
Oh, never heard of him.
I tried to give out a hug today with my shirt off, and I was refused.
Really?
Angry. Yeah.
It was gosh darn Omar. He's just I'm not
freaking Andrew. I was like, what if I take my pants off? And that didn't even entice him. That made him run faster.
Oh boy, that's
stupid.
Yeah. Hey, I thought this was family friendly. Pants off? Come on, I could have did this show with no shirt on.
No, I mean you could give Andrew a shirt or a hug with no shirt or pants on. He loves that sort of thing.
I mean,
he was telling me earlier, it's like if you had a Speedo on, I would definitely give you a hug. So next time that anybody's at an event and they have a Speedo on, just make sure you go up and give Andrew Matson like the biggest hug you can possibly give him.
And the sweatier you are, the better.
Preferably as sweaty as possible.
Oh,
that's what he was telling me earlier.
Good to know, Andrew. Good to know, buddy.
All right. So are you having any type of like pre-party the night before or like a breakfast the day after? What else do you have going on?
We are not, and that's because of our schedules.
All right.
All of our schedules do not line up. As a matter of fact, Aaron, you sent me the link. You said, hey, here's the link. And I told you I'll be home in 10 minutes.
Yep.
My schedule is 8 hours, but here lately it's been 12, 13, 14 hours. And I don't want to promise anything to anybody and we can't make it.
Well, you're a freaking wild man putting in those kind of hours. Good for you.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't used to be like that, but I actually run maintenance at a veteran-owned assisted living facility.
Okay.
So a lot of times I got to be the one there. They call, hey, this is broke. I can walk people through it, but I'd rather be on site.
It's just easier just to do it yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah, I understand that completely.
So, anyways, so
no pre-party, but if everybody comes into town, I'm sure they can probably just meet up at this venue. Sounds like they're not going to tell people to leave.
They are not going to turn you away if you show up. If you guys roll into town, shoot me a message. If I'm off, we'll get together. I don't drink anymore, but I'll have a glass of water with you.
Quality H2O.
Right there. Let's see. Right there. I'm coming up August 5th. I'll be 8 months sober.
Good for you, man.
Congratulations.
So, yeah, it was definitely a decision I had to make, and it was time. So
how do you feel?
I feel excellent.
Yeah.
There has been days, I'm not going to lie, that boy up here sure did look good.
It's like after mowing when it's hot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've smoked cigarettes before. I no longer smoke. When I quit drinking, that was probably the hardest thing I've done. And that's because, just like you said, Aaron, after you're done mowing, get a cold beer. And I decided if we were doing it, we were going to do it 100%. We wasn't lacking back.
There you go. You quit cigars as well?
No, I still enjoy a cigar every now and then.
I got you. Because that was the picture we chose to put up there. I'm like, wow, hopefully we didn't.
No.
The non-cigar smoking Michael Hulvey, and we freaking blasting you everywhere.
I used to smoke 3 packs of cigarettes a day, guys.
Wow.
I mean, I smoked for 24 years. The last 10 was 3 packs a day. And in 2013, my father had a heart attack. I took off work, went to the hospital with him, and stayed with him for like a week. Every doctor that come in, you got to quit smoking. You got to quit smoking. And I just chalked it off. My wife come in. She's like, you're done. I don't want to see you like this. And I'm like, leave me alone. And so I had a pack of cigarettes left at that time. It lasted me a week. And my last cigarette, it took me, no kidding, 45 minutes to smoke that cigarette.
Wow.
And I sat and thought about it, put them down, walked away.
That's it.
So, I mean,
it's possible.
It is what it is.
If it's something that you want to do, you can absolutely make it happen.
Exactly.
I don't want to do it.
And that's it. I would never tell someone to quit drinking. I'd never tell anybody to quit smoking. That's, you got to make that decision.
Would you tell Aaron to stop being pissed?
I can't tell him to stop being pissed.
I'm pissed right now.
He's pissed.
Yeah.
Roll Tide.
What was you pissed, Aaron, whenever they wasn't able to qualify last week?
I was disappointed. I really was. I mean, we were almost to freaking Atlanta, and then it was just raining and raining. We were talking about it back and forth. I'm like, we were scheduling it for NASCAR ourselves. We're like, well, we could, it's going to stop raining at 6. They could clean the track, dry it off by 7, and then 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock they could do practice. They don't, but it was all dictated by TV. TV wanted the practice on, and TV wanted the qualifying on. There were 2 3-hour windows, so they moved practice to Saturday in the qualifying window, and then they just used owners points to set the truck, Xfinity, and Cup field. So
right.
And when you're a part-time team that hasn't really ran much races, you're not in the top 30 in owners points. It's the way that works. But
right.
Yeah, I've talked to him a bunch of times, and he feels like the car was fast enough that he would have done well. And we watched the race, and there were some teams that were kind of back marker teams and on that new track, and they were bad fast, but we don't know. But I know that he's got 2 starts in an Xfinity car at Richmond, and he's got like a 13th and an 18th, I do believe, and those are pretty good numbers. So,
but now he's going to have all the Amish horsepower underneath that hood.
That's right.
I mean,
and I hear he's growing a beard right now.
Nice.
Breaking news.
Dylan Bassett is rubbing Honest Amish beard oil in his skin minute by minute, trying to grow a beard by Richmond.
Yes.
So.
There you go. Well, are they actually going to pop the hood and look at all the horses that's underneath it?
Nope. They're keeping it shut. They
Good
took
deal.
the little hitch thing or a little latch out of the inside of the car where you pop the hood. They threw it away.
There you go.
Said no more hoods for you
anymore.
Nice. But yeah, so
corn underneath the car.
That's kind of the plan, guys. We're going to try to raise some money for charity. But like I said, every dollar helps. So I appreciate everything you guys have done thus far.
Yeah, not a problem. You got anything else that you want to add about your event?
I mean, no, pretty much it is kid friendly, so feel free to bring the kids out. That was one thing for me. Just I wanted the kids to be able to be involved. So,
what time does everybody need to get there, and what time is the event going to start?
So registration is from 5 to 6:30, and the event starts at 7 o'clock ish.
Is there any pre-registration links or anything?
No, we do not have pre-registration. We're going to register right there on the spot and get it done. Like I said, it's the first one, so I'd rather all the kinks be right there in person rather than out in cyberspace.
That makes sense.
So hopefully next year we're really ready to go and we got everything figured out. So right now we're just kind of flying by the seat of our pants.
That's the best way, I think.
I will tell you that we have the what I consider the traveling knuckles up for grabs. It is the ugliest, god-awful concoction between motorcycle parts and welded steel.
So tell us all about this freaking. I didn't even write it down.
Brass knuckle? What's the brass knuckle theme thing?
Okay, whenever we were looking to have a mascot, we had Mob, had the Tommy gun at the time, and we didn't want Axes to offend any other beard club or anything.
Yeah.
So whenever it came in, we got the skull, which we call Walter, with the brass knuckles on each side. Let's do it. I mean, everybody else was kind of going with the theme, and that's one thing that stayed with us is the brass knuckles. That's just kind of our gig, our go-to, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
So in my sticker box that someone may have stickered in Nashville, Aaron.
What?
Yeah. There is actually a green pair in there that I like to take pictures with everybody. We don't use them. They're just there. They got our colors on them. So if you ever see my box, just grab them and take a picture.
Grab it and punch you right in the nose with your brass knuckles.
No, that's not what he said not to do.
I'll take a picture while I'm doing it.
Okay, well, as long as you take a picture, yeah. Just knock me out, though. That's all I ask. I don't want to feel it.
So what's the deal with the knuckles? So
okay, the traveling knuckles.
Traveling knuckles, yeah.
They were actually cut out and created by Ian Long at the body shop that he works at.
Okay.
So they're a foot long by 6 inches tall. They are attached to some motorcycle parts. with some very, very bad welds because I ran out of gas with the welder, and I said, we ain't going to town to buy it. So it's just basically the beard club that we feel is worthy of them that night are going to get them. They're literally stood up. The knuckles are going across the top. Just something to talk about. Like, look at this god awful thing we got in Missouri. This poor boy couldn't weld.
So is this like the biggest club or the bougiest club or what?
No, it's basically I had put out there. You got to compete. Your club's got to compete. I don't care if there's one member to the club competing or if there's 100. You just got to show that enthusiasm when you guys come up.
That's cool.
I mean, yes, sir.
If someone brings a club sandwich, may that sandwich compete?
Yes, it can.
What category would a club sandwich be in, you think?
Oh, man.
So
that'd be a tough one. I'm a freestyle guy, but I would have to say Whaler.
Yeah. I was going to say Whaler or Chop, something stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one likes those. So no one really likes a club sandwich.
There it is. Natalie said it's Chops because it's 2 breads.
Oh.
Like 2 beards. So there you go.
100%, Miss Natalie.
But time out. Usually the club sandwich has 3 pieces of bread.
What?
Club sandwich. Yeah. It has.
Really?
Yeah. It has a middle piece of
Musketeer.
bread in there. Well, it could be.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. That's a great. That must be some sort of like Austin club sandwich thing.
No, that's like the traditional like diner club sandwich.
We're talking about like a grocery store club sandwich, not
like a wicked club sandwich.
Yeah, like a wicked club sandwich, like a wicked club sandwich, like from Boston.
Yeah,
like a lobster roll. It just has 3 pieces of bread.
So yeah, basically the traveling knucklers are probably the ugliest, god awful thing you've ever seen in your life, but they're a conversation piece.
I mean, Eric's face is that too, and we talk about that all the time.
Stupid.
So yeah, it could be 1 competing member, it could be 100. Just bring your enthusiasm when you show up.
Nice. Well, hopefully you get a lot of enthusiastic people in Leadington, Missouri, coming up on April 2nd. And,
there you go.
They're gonna just be so enthusiastic you won't even know who will give these brass knuckles to.
Hey, never know. They're not big enough to hurt anybody, trust me. They're kid friendly.
Yep, and everyone's going to be there to help raising a village and learn about all the great things that they're doing in the community, and to you guys are going to be there to help raise money for them and help them do more than they can right now, which is, I mean, every one of these nonprofits, are, especially coming out of COVID, and what we learned about, like, as you were talking about online stuff is, and what we learned too was all these nonprofits couldn't hold events, fundraising events, and a lot of them had a lot of problems over the couple of years. And, I'm sure they're probably, in the same boat too. And, anything can, help. So, everyone go out to this event and help them.
Yep. Appreciate it, guys.
Appreciate you, and hopefully everything goes well and you have a great time.
All right. You guys too. Hey, I'm going to run. Thanks for having me on. I will be listening, but I'm going to go hop in the shower and get ready for in the morning.
All right, buddy. You have a great night and enjoy your shower.
I will. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye. Aaron.
What?
He's going to go run in his shower. He's got a treadmill.
He must have a huge shower.
He's got a treadmill in his shower.
I mean, that's multitasking. That's smart. You can work out and shower all at the same time.
And he's going to continue watching the show. Did you hear that?
He's got a TV in the shower, too.
Wow.
This is great. Mustache Mike is here. What's up, buddy? Hadn't seen you around in a while.
He was like, you haven't seen you around in a while. And Aaron's like, Scott, he hasn't been around in a while. And I'm like, oh.
He was our guest one time.
He was a good guest.
Super good guest. He has an arcade in his basement. That's amazing.
Gosh. Such a great guest. Like,
all right.
One of the best guests ever.
Now what are we going to do? You want to dive into some beard competition stuff, Scott Sykora?
Oh, are you talking like as in like talking beards? The competition?
Upcoming comps, y'all.
What?
What? Talk about the competitions. Are you ready?
I'm always ready, Aaron.
You are ready. So, we've put together this official beard calendar. It gives us a easy place to read the events, and it gives you a place to find all the events. I added a few today, and
it also gives you a place to submit your event too, as well.
There you go. Yeah, you can click that little green circle
right there in the corner. If you have an event, everyone, all you got to do is go over to thebeardcalendar.com. And here will be all of the events that are going to be going on that we've found going on or people have submitted. So if you have an event that you would like submitted to the official Beard Calendar, make sure you go over to thebeardcalendar.com for all your beard calendar needs.
All your beard calendar needs. Yeah. So I think I added one in St. Louis today and one in Australia.
No.
So, I mean, competitions happen all over the world.
That's the Coriolis effect.
The more international ones are a little bit harder to find, but when I find them, I stick them on there. So let's get into this thing.
All right.
So, coming up this weekend is Pahrump, Nevada. The Southern Nevada Battleborn Beard and Mustache Competition is coming up. So, like I said earlier in the show, as soon as this is over, we're going to start driving that way.
That's so far. How long is that drive?
34 hours.
Have you ever played when you're doing a car ride, like the ABC game?
Yeah. Every time I ride in the car, we do the ABC game. Speaking of the ABC game, did you know that the Sin City Beard Coalition is actually got an ABCs of the Southern Nevada Battleborn Beard and Mustache Competition?
Let's go through that because this will be fun. Because as we started going through this, we're like, stop. We got to stop talking about this.
We're going to stop talking about it. So first off, we've got axe throwing. That's pretty good.
That's going to be happening this weekend.
And we've got bouncy house, chili cook-off and sampling.
Why couldn't it have been chops?
See? But no, chili cook-off. No chops. And then they have a dunk tank.
Donegal.
But then no E.
And I said they could use earlobe because the goatee needs to be 2 inches from the
earlobe. And then after that, we have food trucks.
And
a donut truck, supposedly.
That would be D. You were going the wrong way.
Well, I mean, I was just adding that part 2 of F.
Yes, because Patrick did bring that up in his interview last week. Possible donut truck.
It's the only reason I'm going out there. And if there's not a donut truck, I'm going to be pissed.
He's going to be pissed. He's going to be all mad. He's going to be like, Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, I believe it. And then we have a gunfight reenactment for G.
Whoa.
Honest Amish for H. That's pretty good.
I.
This is the best one.
Insults. Incera. Oh, that is a good one. Decora for I.
The best one. And then we have J. Jail. Yes. Throw your enemies in all for charity. So I guess you can put people in jail for charity. That's pretty good.
Interesting.
Yeah. Natalie said we should have done Johnston's, not jail.
Yeah. That would have been a good one too. Yeah. Because they're all judging. The Johnston judges. That could have been a double J. Double points.
And then we got kids build a beard. So that's K. L. We have llamas.
Mama's llama mad at mama.
M. We have mechanical bull. And then we don't have N or O. So N could have been Natalie.
Yes. O could have been ostrich because allegedly. No.
Allegedly there's an ostrich there.
Allegedly. But I can't go into it any more than that.
Oh my gosh. Top secret stuff.
If people watch that Letters to Kenny show, they would know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. See, no one watches that.
Yeah.
Did you know that every episode of Letters to Kenny, they play basketball?
No, baseball.
They play baseball in every episode of Letters to Kenny.
No.
And then we've got paintings. Oh my gosh. Now I'm alphabetic.
Q.
What's Q?
Quail eggs.
Quail eggs. R, we got raffle prizes. S, we have stars. the pediatric brain tumor survivors. That'll be the
Yes.
stars.
That's cool.
T, we have trophies. We don't have a U.
U, ultimatums.
I was gonna say umbrella because
Yeah, in case it rains.
Sunny. No, it's not. It's not gonna rain. It's gonna be like 92 degrees and sunny.
Okay, umbrellas to keep the sun out of your eyes.
Yeah, those kind, like sun umbrella, not a rain umbrella, but a sun one.
Yeah, sun.
I lost track of where I was.
U,
Trophies. U. V is vendors.
They will have that as Honest Amish vending.
Yes, we are. Andrew D. Matson is going to be manning the table while Natalie and I are J for judges.
J for judges. The Johnston judges.
QR. Wait.
QR codes.
Q's next. I don't know my alphabet.
Quail eggs.
Gosh. STUV. W, X, Y, and Z. We don't have any of those.
W could be whaler. X could be
give it to you.
X is like the xylophone that the guy's going to be playing in the 90s grunge band that's playing.
That's right.
Because every
xylophone that's in the band.
Yeah, every 90s grunge band has a xylophone player.
Everybody knows that. And then we got Y and Z.
Y for
you will be there.
You will be there. And Z for all you Canadians that are going to be coming, right, Andrew?
And then Natalie said Zen because it'll just be like,
oh,
Zen.
We
did it. We finished out the ABCs. Congratulations, us.
We did so good.
All right. So then next up, if you are not in Pahrump, Nevada, but you are in the Spokane Valley of Washington, could have had Sean Glander on tonight. Didn't even think about it. Sorry, Sean Glander. But your event is happening. It's going to be the main event beard and mustache competition. That'll be at the Rock Bar and Lounge. This is the same venue as their August competition that we will definitely have Glander on for that one. But yeah, it's coming up the same day. So if you're in Washington and you just don't want to go to Nevada, then there you go. You have an event.
This next one is a new one to me that I don't remember being on here before.
Yeah, I put this one on there yesterday. This is going to be at the Rockstar Harley. I think it's Fort Myers, Florida. Yeah, there it is. Fort Myers, Florida, Bike Fest 2022. It's got a little beard competition at the Harley place. Christine M. Algaretti told me about it this weekend, and I threw it on the calendar. So if you're in Florida, there you go.
You gently placed it on there.
I did. I was like,
here's your place.
You're there. So
okay, now we're getting into April.
There we go. So April, we've got one coming up. San Antonio, Texas. This is the 6th annual Dirty South Villains. Obviously, it's the villains of San Antonio, but they're the Dirty South Villains. So that's what they're going to be. And this is like 2 hours from Austin. I'm just saying, if anybody's in the Austin, Texas area, you could go check it out. Or if you're like in Buda, Texas, you could probably go there too.
Yeah, I am as of right now, I am planning on going. I have tons of things going on my schedule over the next few weeks, so we'll have to see where we're at. But
you might have to work.
I might have to work, so
but yes. You'll be pissed. But then this is the event that we talked about for the last 30 minutes. You can rewind the tape and learn all about it. But this is Leadington, Missouri, the Whisker Roundup. This will be the Wicked Whiskers beard and mustache competition. Yep, something like
that. Yep. And then the Glendale, Arizona Desert Beard Battle hosted by Beard Mob Arizona. And we're going to have a guest on next week talking about this event.
We will have a guest on or two. Who knows? We'll have someone on, talk all about this one. And I mean, I hear they're probably going to have like the best MCs probably ever to MC an event, to MC this event. That's what I heard.
I'm not going to be there, so I don't know how it could be the best.
Oh, it's going to be me and Natalie.
Oh, so it's going to be the second best.
Well, we're the best and you will be the second best.
Oh.
Sorry, that's just that's what they said.
This is like us right now. You're like we're the best, and I'm just like, oh,
I like that you found this graphic from like 2 years ago, and you've just been using the heck out of it for like the last 3 weeks.
Well, you were like all excited to get it made, and I'm just like, dude, this ain't funny. Like
It was funny.
It never was, and then all of a sudden now it is.
You're like, this is how I feel about your graphic.
I'm all crabby.
I'm crabby about this.
I'm all pissed.
I'm pissed. And I was like, come on, Scott, don't be pissed. You were like, duh. But yeah, so Glendale, Arizona will be coming up, and then after that one, I don't know what else is going to be happening. We have a competition in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, the 4th annual beard competition.
Wow!
Oh my gosh, I skipped Nolanville.
Yeah, well, it's right there. You didn't really skip it. It's right there on the screen. So anyone that's watching the show right now is going to see that the Nolanville competition in Teja, the 2nd annual extravagant shite show.
Yeah, so it's down there where that Ian Long guy is, and he'll probably be there, And
that's not far from me either.
Well, there you go. You should go to it.
That following weekend. Maybe
yeah, it's a pit stop bar. It's a super cool venue. I was there 2020, I think, and it was a good time. It's a really, really nice venue. Plenty of space. It's all outside. It's a good time. So, yeah, that's it. You can go to thebeercalendar.com. If you're not done looking at all of our black and green little notes in there, you can help yourself to it and keep scrolling. You can actually turn it into an app if you have an Apple phone.
Yeah.
You can just click on it. I forgot how to do it, but it's possible.
You save it as you go to the little square with the little arrow on it, and you click on it. And if you scroll down, it'll save it as a basically a desktop icon or a screen.
It turns it to an app. It's amazing. Yeah. I love it.
But speaking of, like, this is something that we don't promote, or I mean, we do promote it every show, but we don't really bring it up or whatever. But if you guys get a chance, go over to talkingbeards.com. Got a really cool website. We just want to show it to you because I don't know if any of you guys go check it out, but we got some cool stuff on here. We always have the latest video up, like that's currently like either live or during this week. So this video will be up for the next week on Talking Beards, or you can go over to
Andrew said you don't need a cult phone to make it work. Androids can also turn things into apps.
My gosh, he's so angry.
He's pissed.
He's like, roll tide. But right here, you can go check out all of the old podcast episodes are all right here. All the different names of who's on there. You can also click here to listen to some of the stuff. You can sign up on our mailing list. You'll never get anything because we never send anything.
But that top left corner is the most important part. You can leave us a voicemail.
Yeah, and we did get a voicemail a few weeks ago.
We did an actual one.
Yeah, and it took me a while to remember about it because we don't get them. So it was someone sent us an email about the beard calendar and just trying to make sure that we're getting as much information on there as possible. But the most important part about our website, which is really cool, if you guys got a chance, is
the merchandise.
The merchandise. Look at this. Talking Beards. That's our logo.
That's us.
And look at all these great products we have. The You Did It mug. Remember when you used to say that?
You did it. I did say that.
Yeah, you used to say that all the time.
I was like, 2 years ago.
But yeah, here's all our we got some cool shirts, sweatshirts, Team Talking Beard stuff, all different colors, all different sizes, all different designs. We even got
socks.
Pants. We got the Aaron We Did It shirt. I don't even know if anyone's ever ordered that.
I don't know who's ordered anything off of this site, but it exists. And if you want some stuff, I've got that green shirt right there.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Tiger Beards.
This is like one of the best shirts that was ever designed for us by Josh Black.
Remember that time that we stole that design from another show or something, and then they were pissed.
They were mad. They were like,
that
guys
doesn't even exist anymore.
I know.
That's how pissed they were.
Yeah, they were like, we're so angry, we're done.
We're done. We're not even gonna make a show anymore.
Yeah. So anyways, you can get to all this stuff by going over to talkingbeards.com. So, but that's all we got for tonight. So I'm Scott Sykora. Thank you guys for checking out the show. You can find me at Scott Sykora on all social media. If not, you guys, like we said, can go over to talkingbeards.com. For more information on the show, you can subscribe to the podcast. You can check out the YouTube stuff. Check out our YouTube each week. We got new content coming up every week now. I've been, like I said, dicing up these episodes and cutting out the interview part, so you guys can just go right there specifically for that and not have all this other stuff if you don't want, or you can watch the full video here on YouTube. So, but I want to thank everyone. I want to thank Michael for coming on and talking about the competition. Be sure to go check that out. And Aaron, over to you.
That's it. Yeah. So thank you everybody for watching. Like Scott said, we're out of here. We're going to head to Pahrump now. So we're going to drive through the storm and, go do Pahrump stuff here in a couple of days. So thank you everybody for watching. Have a great evening. And that's it. Thank you, everybody. Oh, yeah. Go to Beard Laws. Tik Tok Tuesday is on right now. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye, everyone. Pahrump.